look at Old Town Bay. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morant.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A.
Some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Valanciunas. It's tipped, and he gets it back. And again, Memphis no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Excellent D from Cantor.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Morant missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Excellent control from Tatum. The assertiveness he displays on these possessions is why people love this guy.
For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Now here's Morant, guarded by Walker. And it's Morant missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside. No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Now here's Smart. 9-point game his last outing. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
Morant, and he banks in the layup.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Walker surveying the floor. Outside Tatum. Launches it. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Passes it to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Buried from 15 feet out. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know Valanciunas can hit a 3, but that 15 to 18 feet range, oh man, that's his sweet spot when shooting.
Now here's Walker. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers. The shot's good from Cantor. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Morant with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against New Orleans.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now here's Walker. Following the miss by John Morant. Basket good.
And you got to love how Walker gets going from there. His jump shot is just gorgeous.
Memphis trailing here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, Greg, it makes sense. I mean, you look at where they both finished. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Here's Morant. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Here's Valanciunas. And again, Memphis no good. Celtics leading by 4. Smart goes in. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now Anderson, 20 points for him last game against New Orleans. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Here's Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble to get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
Here's Jackson. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Out to Brooks, looking to end the run, and he's good on the 3-ball.
A huge part of Brooks' attack is that he understands how crucial it is that he continues to hit this shot.
Outside, Walker, pass to Smart. Pass to Canner. Over Valanciunas. Cantor's shot is off.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The pass to Jackson. Over Tice. Jackson misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Tatum. He's off on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Brooks right side. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 5. Walker in the post. Jackson on him. Tice, no good. Memphis is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Count that one. Tatum's got 6.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Now here's Morant. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Valanciunas, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here's Walker. He has 6, and there's the bucket from Tatum.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Now here's Morant. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Yeah, wiry, strong, and courageous. Morant's willing to slam it up in there if you give him a lane.
Now here's Walker. D right on him. Outside, Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
And for Memphis, they're shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
So both teams changing it up here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, the Celtics, they're sort of cemented in this spot right now. Playing decent basketball, but not quite well enough to make up any ground and get into that next tier.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for the shots. He'd be better off passing them.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Now here's Morant. Free throw line jump shot, and the basket is good. Morant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You could do that every time up the floor. Put Morant in the pick and roll and just let him go to work.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Jones for 3, and Boston with the rebound. Outside, Walker passes it to Brown. Bounce pass for Williams. Left block shot on the way. Rebound by Jang. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. Now, I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Shot clock at 5. Jackson has the open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Winslow against Hayward. Brown outside. Doesn't go for him.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Walker penetrating. The 10-footer. No good on the shot. And it's Memphis the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
No good on that one. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Now here's Hayward. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Lakers. Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down. Out of Wheeler High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked second in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Kemba Walker. Brown no good on the free throw. And Cal Berkeley not the biggest basketball program in the country, so Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. And he knocks down the first one.
And for Brown, it's about consistently improving. We've seen flashes from him, but now it's time for him to meet expectations.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
No good that time. Pass to Hayward. Shoots over Morant. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Hayward's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Here's Morant. Can't hit from in close.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Morant. 8 points for him. They swipe it. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Poirier. And the rejection by Jang. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, he's like a surgeon down low operating in the paint. He is incredibly effective there.
Here's Wanamaker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brown outside. But they recover it. Here's Poirier. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a better game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Then it's Williams. And it's Poirier in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And he makes the first. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Now, some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. And taken away by Brown.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
Count that one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Jones with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Jackson. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
I tell you what, Jackson is a lot stronger than you realize until you see him up close. Also great at just staying in control and finishing those tough shots.
Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Brown, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Now here's Jackson. This game he had 10 points. Hayward with some nice D.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Jackson passes to Jones and taken away by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way, and Brown throws it down.
What speed in transition. Brown just slashing down the court for the high percentage shot.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside, Jones. Outside, Jackson. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. That one off the back iron and out.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Now Winslow. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And don't leave out his rebounder, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Knicks, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And the first one drops.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Brown. All free throws good from Jackson. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointers, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans.
Yeah, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Valanciunas, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy, and he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
In his native Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas is the star for his national team, making his debut at age 19, becoming the leader for his country.
Valanciunas hits them both. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
So he gets them both. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Stolen by Anderson. Jackson finds Brooks. Jones against Tatum. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Over Tatum. That misses off the backboard. Celtics leading by 22. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Brooks. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
These are what I call rhythm shots. When Brooks nails these, it helps get him going.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by Jones. Outside, Smart. There's the 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Grizzlies shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Outside, Jones. Now the pass to Anderson. Outside, Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just 1 triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones. The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Kemba Walker is checked in for Brad Wanamaker. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
Here's Walker. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here's Morant. He's got 8. They get a hand on it. Tatum against Anderson. Tatum passes to Tice. And the rejection by Jackson.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
The Grizzlies have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. The first one falls.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
He doesn't get the second one.
Now, what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Out left to the wing. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 11 rebounds in the game. Brooks dishes to Morant. Looking to get back on track here.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
That's good from Morant.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
He hits both from the stripe. Austin with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Passes it to Smart. Back to Walker. Morant with the steal. And it's denied.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. Brooks outside. Pass to Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Tatum passes to Tice. Misses in close. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Fast break Memphis. Anderson with the ball. Stolen by Smart. Here's Walker. And he makes good on the layup. Walker's got 8.
Oh, nice look there from Smart. Finding the open man.
Here's Morant. Excellent D from Cantor.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Walker. Second shot opportunity, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say ouch to that.
Shots good by Walker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Morant. Gets the 14-footer to fall. He's got 12.
That jumper is just looking clean, confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. .144 left to play in the first half.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Theis. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Clark, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Winslow subbed in for Dylan Brooks. And last season, Daniel Theis shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, when you call that great efficiency, both inside and out. New contract this summer to reward his terrific play.
And here is Brown after Josh Jackson hitting the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at Theis. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
First free throw is good.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Both shots good from the stripe. 1:03 left in the first half. Now here's Walker. He's tightly guarded. Hayward outside. It's deflected.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Down low. Here's Morant. Rejected by Walker. They recover it. Morant dishes to Jang. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
For Memphis, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. In the corner, it's Hayward. He dishes it to Brown. It's blocked. Jackson with it. 12 points for him. And it's Morant missing. With 4 seconds on the clock, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, really, that's just sheer tenacity. Brown exploiting the D with his drive and making them get physical with him.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. The first free throw is good. So he makes one of two as the second one misses. That will count. The shot missing. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Celtics leading by 18. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. And it's Jang in at the 5. The Grizzlies shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Here's Morant. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Morant's got 16.
Picking, moving, looking for his spots. Morant slithering around the court with the ball on the string.
Outside, Smart. Tice passes to Smart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson.
I like Smart using his size advantage on the interior. Nice work out there.
And after signing a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, Marcus Smart rewarded the Celtics, Chris, with the best season of his young career.
Yeah, his best shooting percentages by far. I mean, add in his continued progress as a playmaker. Don't forget he's the man on the defensive end. I think that's money well spent for Boston.
And that one falls for Smart.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Good on both. You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Now here's Walker. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Cantor. Over Valanciunas. Cantor's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Walker following the score by Memphis. Pass to Tice. Lets the three fly. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 18. And Boston with the rebound. Cantor's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Another one from Tatum. I mean, boy, this kid, he's cooking at the offensive end.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Anderson outside. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Valanciunas. He's got 10. Anderson outside. Clock at 6. Over Tice. But they get it back. Here's Jackson.
Really working on the technique defensively. Tatum showing good fundamentals, good discipline.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Brooks. Averaging about 7 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And clearly, he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Yeah, but we'll see if he has the mental toughness to turn it around. If not, they've got a few other guys ready to step up and start stealing some of those minutes.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Boston leading by 22. And Walker kicks to Tice. Left side, Tatum. Stolen by Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Oh, he's a big man with the point guard-esque type handle, if you ask me. It's great watching him use his unique skill set.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
First one falls for him. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
He's off on the second.
No, for a player who won a national championship in college and has been outstanding since coming into the NBA, Walker may still rate as one of the game's more underappreciated players.
Tatum with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now Morant. He's got 16. That's tipped. Smart on the wing. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Here's Morant. Floats one up, and Cancer pulls it down. Celtics leading by 23. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Anderson. For Memphis, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Brooks with no one around. Oh, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Brooks against Smart. There's the dish to Walker. He kicks it to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 6th assist on the night. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Passes to Morant. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. Smart up top. Brooks covering. Smart dishes to Cantor. Over Valanciunas, and it's Boston with another.
Look, he pounces on the chance when the D falls asleep. Easy 2.
Grizzlies shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And here's Morant. He's got 16. No good on that one. Walker with some nice D.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Here's Tatum, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Well, that's the thing. Tatum's sneaky. He understands how to put the defender at a disadvantage.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
Well, who could forget Jason Tatum's rookie year? I mean, in the 2018 playoffs, all he did was lead the Celtics in scoring at just 20 years old, taking Boston to Game 7 of the conference finals.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Daniel Tice. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And so he hits both. And so it's Memphis with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jones, the pass to Winslow. 4 on the clock. A floater. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 15 rebounds here tonight. It's stolen by Jones. An even 3-on-3 break. And the dunk by Winslow.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
How about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Here's Tatum. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here's Hayward after Josh Jackson's miss.
Once Hayward hits downhill, it's over. Nice burst to the bucket.
The Grizzlies shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. Fifth best, the Grizzlies.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the first one drops. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Hayward outside. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and Jones pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Here's Wanamaker after Josh Jackson's bucket. Pass to Brown. Inside. Here's Williams. Can't hit that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Pass to Clark. Over Williams. Outside for Jackson. And the pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. And that one is off. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Williams looking over the floor. Brown drives in. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 14 points for Jaylen Brown.
And Brown is superb at just keeping focused. Despite what the D throws at him, he gets the job done.
The Grizzlies shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Outside, Jones. Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. Dishes to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Takes the 13-footer. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. No good from 11 feet. The Celtics have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. And it's Brown missing. The Grizzlies shooting just 31% in the game. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Zhang's checked in. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. Jones, the pass to Zhang. Kicks it to Winslow. Passes it to Clark. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Jackson. Jones trying to get open. Jackson misses.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
On the wing, Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Wanamaker misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he makes the first. That one misses. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hayward with the ball. 10 points for him. Good on the shot.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And so it's Memphis with it. Now Jones. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Pass to Jang. And it's blocked. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Jones, and Wanamaker gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Jones looking for an opening. Jackson from long range. No good there.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Wanamaker misses. Here's Clark. Hayward with some nice D. And so it's Boston, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Ogilvy, also Williams out there, and it's Langford in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Here's Allen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Allen's got his first 2 points of the night. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. They throw good, Langford.
And I just watched Romeo Langford And guys, he looks the part in every way. Big, smooth, great change of direction, and he can flat out score.
Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. I'm talking about Langford's ability to put up points. He has that popular step-back jumper, Greg, that's so difficult to defend.
Yeah, and you immediately think of James Harden, but a lot of guys use that step back. The one thing Langford does well, he gets to the rim where he can use all that length.
Here's Clark, just 2 to shoot. Allen for 3. Ogilvy grabs the rebound. Boston shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Jones. Here's Ogilvy. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Clark. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
No good on the free throw.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Good on the second free throw. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, here's Langford. And the rejection by Jang. Over in the corner, Allen. Shot from the wing. And that one goes long. Allen's gone 1 of 3 on the night. It's intercepted. To the inside, Clark. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Wanamaker. He kicks it to Langford. He dishes it to Williams. Inside, here's Wanamaker. And it's sent back by Allen. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Rebound by Williams.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Poirier. And the rejection by Jang. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Clark. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Romeo Langford.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
The first one falls. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Smart misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
There's the pass to Morant. Takes the three. Rebound, Boston. Tice has got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart dishes to Tatum. Back to Smart. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Here's Morant. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And here's Morant. Count the basket.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Watch Walker.
Walker in the post, drops in the layup for 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now here's Morant. Passes it to Jackson. To the paint, here's Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Oh, good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Walker. Cantor trying to free himself up.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
Anderson outside. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Anderson. And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance, shooting to over 37%. Now, it's falling back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
Celtics leading by 21. Walker the pass to Cantor. And the rejection by Jang. And he recovers it. The shot's good from Cantor.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his turn.
Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Jang. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. You throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. And he's able to get it back. Here's Jackson. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Smart kicks to Cantor. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Now here's Walker. Down low. Here's Tatum. Rebound by Jang. Jang's. It's Morant in the corner. Stolen by Cantor. Tatum drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
That one is off. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Cantor from 11 feet away. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Boston leading by 20. Valanciunas on the double team, and Cantor throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And so here's Memphis following the bucket by the Celtics. To the middle, here's Valanciunas. Shoots over Cantor. The shot that time not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tatum drives in. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. and they're not as intrusive as I thought.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Valanciunas, good.
Oh, you see how focused Valanciunas is? When he's got this positioning, he's determined to score.
Outside, Walker feeds it to Cantor. Over Valanciunas. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Here's Brooks. Another shot. And Jackson finishes inside.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Yo, watch Walker.
And Walker kicks to Cantor. And there's the pass to Tice for three. That shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. To the wing right side. Morant with a wide open look. Off target with his three. Celtics leading by 20. Stolen by Anderson. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
That free throw good from Anderson. And the NBA seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the
I
old
do.
fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Enes Kanter.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Allen with it. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The feed to Jackson. And stolen by Williams. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Here's Clark. The steal. Now Langford. Passes it to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.